Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat and it's time for a video that I don't normally do, but Bushiroad have released what I think is the most useless ban list I have ever seen in my life. So here we have the Fighters Rule Update, effective from 25th of August 2023. V Premium no change, Standard. Standard's the only one we care about, and of course there are changes for Premium, but we're not caring about Premium, we only care about Standard. So in Standard, this is the new updates. You have a choice restriction. You can either play Brainwash Swirler, or you can play Steam Scara Gigi, but you're not allowed to play the other one. You can play 4 Brainwash Swirler, or you can play 4 Gigi, but you can't play both of them in the same deck. The other one is you're allowed to play up to 4 Fountain of Knowledge Eva or 4 Combine Rusher. And there's the choice restriction there. So why is this the most useless ban list of all time? I hear you ask, because I remember both of these decks being very, very good. And they were 6 months ago. The current meta is not Chronojet and Eva. The current meta is Gandiva and Wilstra. And even at that, there's a few other decks that are pretty highly topped up there. But this is literally them taking 6 months of information and going, this is what needs to be hit. Even though these things aren't even an issue any longer. Right, okay. I need to compose myself. So, 6 months out of date. You're like, surely it can't be 6 months out of date. Right, this is effective from August 25th, 2023, and we knew from the very start that the second the Chronojet came out, the Brainwash Swirler was going to be ridiculous in it. And the deck that was topping everything before Chronojet came out was Eva. So when you got into the event 6 months ago, everything was either being topped by Eva or was being topped by Chronojet. And literally, you can see there, the Chronojet Stride Deck List Premium Collection came out on February 24th, 2023. Literally 6 months before this ban list happens. Now, I'm going to go even a step further, and we're going to go to this little website. It's called VanguardParadox.com, and it's pretty good for giving you up-to-dates of what the best decks are. So if we just click on decks here, we're going to click on Standard. You see that Chronojet and Eva are actually the top 2 here. The reason they... my goodness, my voice is going. The reason they are the top 2 is literally because they have done so much over the past 6 months, and the reason that, say, Gandiva is down here at number 17 is because it hasn't been around as long. However, if we just look at Gandiva, you can see here the listings, you see the ranks of everything, you see the dates of everything, and if we go to the Japanese version, you can see that they are all over the place, and they're all fairly recent. So these are the big decks. The only problem is, the reason why they are not ranked higher is because they haven't been out as long. So if we go to Chronojet, now we're not interested in the global one because the global one is the English version. We want to see the Japanese deck list because the Japanese have access to more cards than we do. Now, remember, you're not allowed to play Steam Scara Gigi. You're not allowed to play Gigi and Brainwash Swirler in the same deck. Now, Japan doesn't have these restrictions, but let's just take a look at the latest 3 decks, and we will see. So this is all in Japanese, so don't worry about that. But all you need to do is look through the images. You can see 2 of the brand new Kitty Cats here. We're playing 4 of this grade 1 here. You're of course still playing the 4 Steam Gunner Geese. You're playing the brand new Overtrigger. You're playing the Steam Gunner, which is on play Soul Charge 1. And you can Soul Blast 3 to draw a card. And you will notice that there are no Brainwash Swirlers in here, because it's outdated. Let's go to the next one. This one didn't do as well. That one came 4th. This one came 12th. But regardless, it is still important. Here you go. You can see we're now playing this grade 2. This dude's pretty good because he's got 3 of this champion PGs, 4 of this grade 1 again, 2 Steam Runners, 4 Gigi, the new Overtrigger. Once again, no Brainwash Swirlers. And let's go to this one. And I think you're beginning to get the idea here that Brainwash Swirler was coming out of the deck anyway. So, as you can see, no Brainwash Swirlers. It is not needed or required anymore. I mean, this one isn't really even playing anything new other than the grade 1. So, it's crazy, you know? And if we go back again, let's go to Eva. And remember, there is the brand new support coming out in set 11, which isn't out in English just yet, but it will be coming out very, very soon. Let's take a look at the top 3 Eva decks here. And you will see that Combine Rusher is no longer relevant. We're only playing 2 of this Eva, playing 3 of the new one. And you can see that there is no longer space for your Combine Rushers because there is a whole bunch of other new stuff, and we now play the entire Eva ride line. What people used to do was they used to take out the grade 2 of the Eva ride line and replace it with Combine Rusher, so the Combine Rusher could be Soul Blasted whenever you play it in order. You call Combine Rusher from graveyard. It is no longer required. I say graveyard, what I mean is drop zone. Graveyard would be the Yu-Gi-Oh equivalent of it. Let's look at the next one. Once again, there is no Combine Rushers because it's outdated, because it's not good anymore. I mean, it's still good, it's still alright, it's still acceptable, but it's not meta, it's not the best version of the deck. So once again, there you go, you can see it all for yourself. It's not there. So the few things that they decided to change, they only made these 2 changes, and neither of them actually affect the decks that they are played in. Isn't that mental? It's crazy. It just shows that, I mean, if this ban list had happened 6 months ago, yeah, it might have affected the meta. It might affect the meta in Vanguard Deer Days, who is about 6 months behind the actual card game. But it sure isn't doing anything to the current meta of Cardfight itself. Well, that's my thoughts and opinions on this. Let me know what you guys think of the new ban list below. Do you guys think that, no, this was absolutely the correct decision by Bushiroad? They made the right choice. I don't know what you're talking about, Grand Cat. You've went mental. Or do you 100% completely agree with me and think, yeah, you know what, I really haven't seen any Chrono Jets or Evas going around my local tournaments. And even if I had, you know, they're probably not going to be too bothered by this ban list because, as you've seen, the latest decks in Japan just are not using these. So that's going to be it for this little video, folks. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these little videos go up. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.